Okay, for some time now, I feel like God has just been telling me to turn on the camera and talk. So that's what I'm gonna do today. The past couple of weeks, I have been doing a lot of reading of the Bible, and I'm constantly learning from the Word of God, and I'm just finding different lessons within the Bible. So today, I'm gonna just share with you a few. These lessons are gonna come from the book of Esther. Just a really quick summary. So the book of Esther is about a Jewish girl named Esther who becomes queen because the last queen was disobedient. Esther has an uncle named Mordecai. On the other hand, there is a royal named Haman. The king appoints him a really high position. I'm talking high, like he up there. And you know, Haman think he all that. He walking around all big and bad. Everybody is bowing to him. Everybody is giving him their utmost respect, except Mordecai. This really frustrates Haman. Homeboy was mad. Like he was mad. Like homeboy was so mad that he asked the king to destroy all the Jewish people on behalf of Mordecai. Esther 3 verse 13 talks about how the king sent letters that instructed his people to destroy, to kill, and to annihilate all Jews, young and old, women and children, in one day. Wow. That plot is kind of where I want to get my lessons of today from. I hope that God is able to help me to communicate those lessons with you guys. Lesson 1, protect your peace. Peace is definitely something that comes from within. And if you don't protect it, if you don't guard it, that literally gives anybody the right to kind of destroy it, intentional or intentionally. And in Haman's case, I wouldn't say that he was in a peaceful state. He allowed one man to take away his peace. The end of chapter 5 verse 9 says he was filled with wrath against Mordecai. Wrath. Like he wasn't angry, he wasn't upset, wrath. And then he goes on to his family and he's telling them about, oh, the king gave me this position, everybody bowing down to me, I got all of this, I'm eating with the king and queen, we feasting. But then he says, yet all this is worth nothing to me, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate. He had all these blessings, all these spoils before him, and he chose to focus on one thing. One thing. There should be no reason why one person makes you that upset. 2, do not dig your own grave trying to dig somebody else's. After Haman tells his wife and his friends how much he cannot stand this man, they suggest to him to build a gallows 50 cubits high and to kill Mordecai with him. It pleases him to hear this, so he goes and he makes this gallows. But in the end, the king finds out his plan, his actual plan, and he dies. The death trap that he created for Mordecai was used to kill him. Talk about a plot twist. I think that's a little simpler. I think a good term to put this in, or a real world situation we would use this in, gossip. When we gossip, we're basically speaking ill of other people to make them look bad, but in return, it often makes us look bad. That's kind of what Haman did for himself. He dug a grave for somebody else and it ended up biting him in return. 3, this kind of stems from the last one. Do not let others sway you or be the cause of your downfall. After speaking with his wife and his friends, they were the ones who were like, kill the man. He came up with this plot to kill Mordecai, and it backfired. He allowed other people to kind of push him towards his grave. You do not want other people to sway you. And also, something else that kind of comes from this, know who you're surrounding yourself with. They often say you are the company that you keep. The company that Haman kept, his wife and his friends, told him to kill a man. And you know, because that's who he surrounds himself with, he didn't have anybody telling him don't do it. He did it. He became what they kind of told him to become. And honestly, if you go to your friends for advice about somebody that you don't like and they tell you to kill them, y'all need to reevaluate your friends. That's a 4th lesson within itself. And the last thing, it's not necessarily a lesson, it's more of a reflection. If somebody makes you mad, whether a boss, a teacher, coworker, a student, your neighbor, the guy at the drugstore who judges you whenever you go in there to get some fun. If a person makes you mad enough to want to kill them or create some kind of destruction, what you need to do is step back and ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Honestly, in hindsight, no. It's not. In Haman's case, he tried to kill a man and it backfired. This man had everything he wanted. He had a wife, riches, spoiled, a high position. He had people bowing to him. And at the end of the day, he allowed somebody else to make him so upset that he lost all of that. He lost it all. It wasn't worth it. At the end of the day, really, you need to protect your peace. You can't allow anybody else to take that from you. But yeah, those are just a few points I collected from the book of Esther. I hope I was able to communicate those all right with you guys. As I continue reading the Bible, I hope to make more of these because they're fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And stay tuned for everything else that I have in store. Mwah!